They're green and they do this.
They're also asexual. It's Chloe and Becky again.
I'm Becky.
I'm Chloe. If you don't know us, I'm Chloe.
I'm Becky.
Cool. Moving on. Today we are talking about how weird kids are. They're such strange little creatures. And we've both been kids. Everyone's been a kid. And I think everyone is just as weird as each other as a child. So we thought we'd share some of our weirdness with the world.
Now you're going to learn a lot of eye-opening things about us, but I ask you to be kind and understanding that we aren't necessarily sane.
Let's not judge an adult by its childhood.
So the first category we'd like to talk about is dating as a child. Yes, that sounds odd, but we're not talking about, like, you know, frisky sex dating.
I don't remember when I first had a crush on anyone. I just remember being told to have a boyfriend. Like, you have to have a boyfriend now because you are 10 or whatever.
Yeah, you're getting on a bit. You need to start thinking about your future.
I was never super popular at school, especially younger school. We call it primary school. I don't know what you guys call it.
Younger school.
Younger school. It's the worldwide term. I think I was about 9. And basically my friends were all like, ooh, do you like this boy who apparently had said he liked me? Or I'm not even sure if he did, but he was as geeky as I was, so apparently we were made for each other. And I was just like, oh God, I was like stuck between like trying to impress my friends by being like, yes, I do like him, and oh my God, a boy, I'm terrified and I want to run away. So after school, basically the whole year group just surrounded us in a circle and forcibly pushed him towards me. Eventually was made to kiss me on the cheek, and I freaked the fuck out. Like the whole time I was like this. Like, don't kiss me. Oh God, it's happening, it's coming. That sounds so rapey. We dated for, I think, probably that night, and that was it.
Even like now, when you're like trying not to be made out with, you're just like, oh, what an interesting ship you have on your shelf. Oh, lovely. What's it like in the summer here? I live here too. Never mind. My funniest experience about that was this pair that were basically forced to go out because they were probably the only people that hadn't been out with each other yet. The boy out of the pair wouldn't hold hands unless he would wear a glove. I remember measuring my pocket money in my allowance as in like how much toy I could buy. I'd be like, that's half of a Polly Pocket. I always preferred a masculine toy. There was this one time where, my mum didn't force this upon me, but she was given a bag of Barbies. And so,
a bag of Barbies.
By chance, just by a passerby with a wink. Guess what I did? Pulled every limb off them and the heads.
Yeah, I wasn't really into Barbies either, but Mum's friend's daughter was giving up her Barbie house, her Barbie dream house.
Ooh.
And I was like, well, that's kind of cool because I liked making homes.
And now I have 0 children and 0 homes.
And then I got a Ken doll too. And the first thing I did with the Ken doll is pull his pants down in front of my mum and dad to check what his genitalia looked like. And was disappointed when he just had some weird, like, unshapen lump.
What did you used to think a willy looked like before you saw one? So I thought it was like a snake.
I guess
Which it kind of is.
Yeah.
But it was like a really wobbly, like a noodly snake.
It wasn't like I was looking at it to check what it looked like. It was like, where is his penis? And when it wasn't there, I was very disappointed.
Hello, sir from Bumble. Where is your penis? Before we get into anything else. Mum was in her bedroom with a potato. No, I was in her bedroom without a potato. So, Mum came upstairs to see me and she was clasping a potato. And I was like, oh, hi Mum. And she said, what's up? And she said hello.
She definitely didn't say what's up.
What's up? That's American. Well, you got that. What's you going to do with that? And she was like, oh, this is for dinner. So, what? For some reason, I just was like suddenly very attached to this potato. I was like, how dare you? It was like it was a person and she was about to boil him. I was looking at this poor thing that was about to be sacrificed.
This is how much Becky doesn't help with dinner. She's never seen a potato in its raw form before.
I was like,
that's what a potato looks like, dear God, we're animals.
I knew. He had a glint as
wow, that was great.
He had a glint in his eye. I made him a house in the Buzz Lightyear box and I kept him for so long as a pet and he grew those little green roots they get and then ended up in the garage. Then I found him a lot later and he was about this big.
I remember I went to the garage once, and there was a water bottle on my bike, and I don't know what the fuck went through my mind, but I was like, oh, I'd like some of that water. Obviously, it was the most mouldy, disgusting piece of shit water
it mouldy?
ever. Oh yeah, it was fully mouldy. Sometimes I do things, and I immediately realise what I've done, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, 2 seconds ago, Chloe, you're an absolute moron. I'm so much smarter than 2 seconds ago, Chloe.
I once had some nice Postman Pat slippers. He's not necessarily a character out here. Maybe he is. He's a postman and he's a cartoon. And I had some of these blue slippers and they were in my closet. And I just felt like in this moment they needed some urine on them.
In them.
In them.
Not on them. I remember seeing them. They were floating. The pee
Floating.
was floating in it. It wasn't on it. She put them outside her door and closed her door. As it, like she was in a hotel room and it was like last night's room service tray. I was like, you deal with that, peasants.
I just know I had a logical reason for it. I remember being in my closet doing it. I was like, well, it's about time.
My mum used to be a teacher and she couldn't find a babysitter for me when I got really sick one day. So I went to school with her, but I was too shy to go into school, so I stayed in her car in the back seat and just sort of had some books and like hung out until she was on break. And unfortunately, I got absolutely desperate for the toilet, like so bad that I couldn't contain myself, so I had to pour out my bottle of like juice and just attempt to pee in it and in the car. And I couldn't aim very well, obviously. I'm not a man, well, I don't think men can either actually, but I really couldn't aim very well. It's a very small bottle, so I peed everywhere. It went all over the seat. And so I like built up the courage to tell her, thinking she was gonna scold me. And she just was like, oh my God, I feel so awful that I did this to my child. So we're both just feeling awful about the whole thing. It was very British.
So I went to a neighbour's house and like we had a bath together because we were the same age and we were very little. Because that's what you do. And who save water, everybody, bath 2 neighbours at once. To show off, the neighbour sort of like crouched, got a little red plastic cup and was like, watch this. And then she just did a big poo in the cup and I just had to be like, I'm past this.
You know when you're a kid, you never really think that you're really young. I don't know if I think that's a thing that everyone feels. You just think, oh my God, I'm not a little girl, you are. Like, you just feel very...
Old man.
Yeah. You just feel very mature all the time. Mum was having a party once, and I went to the bathroom downstairs, and I guess I forgot to lock the door. I was probably like 6 or 7, and then Mum's friend opens the door and sees I'm on the toilet, and I very maturely said, excuse me, someone's in here. Even though she could see me and knows who I am, like I'm acting like she's on the other side of the door and really she's in my face. But anyway, I said that thinking, that's what adults say. And she just turned around to my mum, who I guess was like behind her somewhere, and she goes, oh my God, that's so sweet. And I'm like, how is it sweet that I'm telling you I'm on the toilet and someone's using the facilities?
Children have hobbies. Not so much in England, we mostly just get drunk on a bench. But if you do,
Children? How old are we talking?
14. So Chloe really liked horse riding and she's older than me. And she was the horsewoman.
I liked being the horsewoman.
I would pretend that I thought I was allergic to them just to annoy Chloe. Because I don't want to do horse riding anymore because I don't trust them because they don't look you in the eye and they
because their eyes go that way.
Right.
But I'm allergic to horses.
You'd always like, get in my bedroom.
What?
I used to have stick insects as a pet because I don't fucking know why. They're green and they do this.
They're also asexual.
And when they died, I thought it'd be nice to give them a burial / not a burial, just put them in a pencil case. With a little tissue, I'm not an animal, tissue, stick insect, Bob's your uncle. Put it in a drawer, forget about it for years.
How long did you have them in the drawer?
A long time.
Oh my goodness. Did they go mouldy?
No, they didn't even mummify because they were basically just twigs. Children often interact with adults because adults are people.
In the world.
A woman knocked upon our door and and late at night and she said she needed gasoline because her car had broken down. I thought you were about to tell the story
of Jesus just then.
I was like, while this all was happening, I was like, oh, this poor woman, I know what she needs. A massive pile of Beanie Babies. So I was like, I gathered them all and I just put them on the top of the stairs. Just said nothing.
I was going to say, did you introduce them? No.
I was just like,
here they are.
Read it and weep / laugh and smile.
I remember when I first started secondary school when you're 11 and I was not cool. Yawning.
I can't, I'm tired.
So I just started secondary school, which is you're 11 when you start that. and I was not cool, and I was very shy, and I'd been in this one class where the teacher was like playing around with the students, and like it was like a ha ha ha, boom 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 type situation. So I remember going to like food preparing class. What do you call that? Home ec with some cheese, a block of cheese. Learn how to cut cheese. That's farting. I do this every time. It was my first class with this. It was my first class with this new teacher in the food economics class, and I was all like, you know what? Let's just fucking go with it. Let's go with it. You know. I'm a cool cat. It's gonna do some improv, even though I have no idea what that is. And she had this sweater on that was a certain colour.
Oh my god, I remember this now.
And she goes, well, you know, when you see this sweater, what does it make you think of? And I was like, pop, 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 pop. I have a fucking answer for you. Slam the hand up, vomit. Ha! Aren't I so funny? And she was like, well, that's not very nice, is it? And I was like, oh no, I completely read the room wrong. On that note, I think that's enough.
I think there's plenty.
Yeah. Please tell us in the comments what weird things you do as a kid.
Oh, we'd love to know.
Because we would love to know that.
The cat's asleep. Shall I show him to everyone?
Why don't you?
Okay. This is my tiny baby. He's my husband.
That's where we're at with our life.
I licked his paw.
Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you.
Bye.
Till next time.
Tarara boom die. Tarara boom die. Do you remember that?
Nope.